In this video, we are going to take a look at the WEGOWW2 hotkeys that assist with the movement of ground units on the game map.
There are 4 keys that are important to understand. They are the M, F, D, and J keys.
Let's start with the M key. Pressing this key will cycle through and set one of the 3 movement modes. The Move Order button in the upper left-hand corner of the game display will change colors based on which movement mode is currently selected. The default setting is called Move and Attack. The Move Order button will display a yellow-amber color when this mode is selected. A ground unit using the Move and Attack order will move to its plotted destination hex. It will attack any enemy units blocking the designated path. The ground unit will attempt to conduct an overrun if the odds against the enemy are greater than 10 to 1. If the odds are 10 to 1 or less, the moving ground unit will conduct a normal moving attack. Press the M key to select the Move and Defend order. The Move Order button will turn green. Units using Move and Defend mode will move and stop if they encounter any enemy units along their planned movement path. They will attempt to overrun the enemy unit if they have greater than 10 to 1 odds. However, unlike the Move and Attack order, a unit with Move and Defend orders will not conduct a moving attack. Press the M key again. This will select the Road Movement order. The Move Order button will turn blue.
Units using road movement have an increased number of movement points available. They can also use the road movement cost to move along highways, roads, and tracks. However, to be eligible to use road movement, a unit must meet the following criteria. 1. Its headquarters must be assigned Move plus Supply. 2. It must not start its turn adjacent to an enemy unit. And 3. It must start and end its entire move using road movement. If a unit using road movement enters an enemy zone of control, then the enemy unit gets a free attack on the moving unit. This is called an ambush attack. This attack can result in very high losses to units ambushed in road movement mode. It's a good idea to restrict this type of movement to areas that are behind the forward line of troops. Now we'll expand our knowledge by introducing a second hotkey. The F key.
The default method for moving units is one at a time. You left-click on a unit, and then drag it to its destination hex. How can we left-click and move an entire stack? Here's how. Place the cursor over the stack you want to move and press the F key. This will select all the units in the stack. Now left-click on the selected stack and drag it to its destination hex. If you want, you can exclude a unit from moving with the selected stack by left-clicking the unit's image on the unit panel on the right side of the game screen.
Here's another way to move a stack of units. Press the Shift key. Then left-click on a stack of units and drag it to its destination hex. Want to move all the units of an entire organization? Easy. Press the Control key. Then drag any unit of that organization towards the desired destination hex and release. What happens? All units in that organization will self-plot a course towards that hex. Wouldn't it be nice to see all the movement plots of all your units? You can do this. Press the Shift and M keys together, and all the movement plots will appear. Press Shift plus and the M key again, and all the movement plots will disappear. This is a very useful tool for deconflicting your unit movements. With all that has preceded as background, now is a good time to talk about the D hotkey. Pressing the D hotkey will toggle between where units were located at the beginning of the planning phase, and where they might be located at the end of the next WEGO resolution phase. This is a useful key to use if you forgot to allocate air, naval, or artillery support to a unit attempting to withdraw from enemy contact. The J hotkey is a great way to see which units you have moved, and which ones can still have a go. Pressing this key will make the unit counters of moved units become transparent. Press the key again to turn off this capability. Now, let's wrap things up with the best key combo of all. If you want to master the WEGO system, you have to understand how to use the Alt Move capability. The Alt Move capability allows you to plot the moves of your units without regard for the enemy's locations at the start of the planning phase. Why is this important? Well, here's your answer. The default for movement cost calculations is based on the start location of enemy units and their zones of control at the beginning of the turn. But what if the enemy units move forward, laterally, or in retreat? What if they were destroyed by one of your planned attacks? The Alt Move hotkey combo allows you to plot the movement paths of your units without regard to the enemy's starting locations. Let me say that again. The Alt-Move key combination allows the player to plot movement routes for his units without regard to enemy locations or zones of control at the start of the planning phase. So, if you blow a hole in the enemy's line, and want the ability for your units to exploit your success, Alt-Move allows you to plot in advance as if the enemy units were not there. This concludes our review of the WEGOWW2 hotkeys that deal with the successful movement of your ground units. I hope you give them a try in your next gameplay. Until the next time, stay low and keep up the fire.